So, very good afternoon to one and all. Good afternoon, children. Welcome to the e-learning classes. Today we are going to discuss children intermediate second year economics. Last chapter, Telangana economy. Okay, so this is the last chapter, children. So, about this lesson, children. In this lesson, completely as the lesson itself is indicating that we are going to learn everything about the economy of Telangana. In case of gross state domestic product, per capita income of the country, sex of the state, sex ratio of the state, then followed by the other topics like the sectors, primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector, infrastructure, education, all related to Telangana. Okay, so let us start the lesson, children. So, children, Telangana. As you all know that after the independence, there was a movement started for the separate state of Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh was formed. But it was felt that when the Andhra Pradesh was formed, there were certain injustices were there related to this state in share of all the what you call GDP and the other areas, children. So in the year 1969, the Telangana movement was started in the state. In the year 1969, Telangana movement was started in the state, and after a long struggle, 2nd of June 2014, Telangana state was formed as the 29th state of the country, and this new state was born, children, when 2nd of June 2014. So let us discuss now just a common things about this Telangana, then we'll move to the lesson. Telangana, children. When we look after the Telangana in the India map, we find that the boundaries of Telangana towards the northern side we find the Chhattisgarh, towards the northwestern side we find Maharashtra, towards the southeastern side we find Andhra Pradesh, and west we find Karnataka. So Telangana is completely, totally bound by all the land only, children, from all the four sides. The total area occupied by Telangana, children, it is about 1,14,480 square kilometers. How much, children? 1,14,480 square kilometers. The total population of Telangana, 3.52 crores. What is the population? 3.52 crores. Okay. Hyderabad is the capital of Telangana, and it is the 5th largest city in the state. Followed by Telangana is ranking 12th in number in case of the area and in case of the size of population in the country. Which rank, children? 12th largest in case of area and in case of size of the state, children. Is it clear? So this is just a general introduction of the state Telangana. So now let us discuss, children, about GSDP, Gross State Domestic Product. Now we are going to discuss about the Gross State Domestic Product, GSDP, Gross State Domestic Product. First, let us discuss what is the definition of GSDP. GSDP, the sum of total volume of all the goods and services produced in a year within a geographical boundary of a state. That means whatever is producing, children, in a state in a given period of time without any duplication, that we call as GSDP. That means total volume of all the goods and services, overall all the goods and services that are produced in the country, not in a country, children, that are produced in a state in a given period of time without any duplication, children, that we call as GSDP. Very important definition for 2 marks question, children. Then it is analyzed in 2 ways. So how can we analyze this GSDP? There are 2 methods are there. One is to calculate this one in constant and current prices, and second one, children, based on the sectoral contribution, that is a contribution from primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector to GSDP. That only I wrote here, children. So it is analyzed in 2 ways, that is to examine the growth in the level of gross income generated over a decade of current price and the constant price. From the 2 prices we have to check it, children, over decades. Another method is, children, the sectoral contribution of GSDP, that is how much primary sector is contributing to GSDP, how much secondary sector is contributing to GSDP, how much tertiary sector is contributing to GSDP. So from these sectors also we can analyze GSDP. So what is GSDP? the total volume of all the goods and services produced in a year within a state, that is accounted without any duplication. That is called as GSDP, and two methods are there to analyze. One is from the current and constant prices, and another one is children from the contribution of three sectors to the GSDP. So now let us discuss one of the table. In that table, I'll explain you children very clearly about this GSDP analyzation. This is about the GSDP in the current prices and the constant prices. This is one of the methods. Just now I said it is analyzed in the two methods. One is at the current and the constant prices over a decade, 1 decade, 10 years calculation we are taking children here. Next one, the contribution by the three sectors. That is the next topic children for us. So in the year, so here you are observing Telangana growth rate, all India again growth rate, because Telangana state, so gross state domestic product, all India level gross domestic product. So 2011 and 12, the total GSDP from Telangana, it is 3,59,434. Important children. Whereas the GDP from the all India level, it is 87,36,329. Same at the constant prices, also the same figures are given children. Because it is just started, that year is just started. So GSDP, that is and GDP at current prices and constant prices are same. After 10 years, it is found that 19 and 20, it is found that Telangana GSDP increased to 9,69,604 with a growth rate of 12.6. All India level, GDP level children, it increased to nearly about 2 crores 3,84,759 with growth rate of 7.5. Constant prices children, 6,63,000 from 3 lakhs, it increased to 6 lakhs, and from 8 lakhs, it increased to 46,83,835. Now, what this table is showing, there is a continuous increase in the levels of current prices and also at the constant prices. When we look after in deeper in this one thing I think you noticed or not, the growth rate of Telangana is high comparing to all India level. Look at here, Telangana is getting 12.6, whereas at all India level it is getting 7.5. Same at the constant prices, the growth rate of Telangana, it is, this is growth rate. Growth rate of Telangana is 8.2, whereas it is for all India is 5. It shows that Telangana is having highest GSDP and also the GDP. I hope it is clear. Telangana is having highest GDP and also the highest GSDP. Okay, so this is the first one. What is the next one? Sectoral contribution. Now let us look after the sectoral contribution to the GSDP. Now let us discuss about the second analysis. The second analysis is the sectoral contribution to the GSDP children. So sectoral contribution at the current price, sectoral contribution of that is a constant price to the GSDP. So first let us discuss only about the current price. Again children, are you observing here the decadal is taken, that is 10 years time period is taken here. 2011 and 12, primary sector contributes to GSDP only 19.6, very less. Secondary sector contributed to GSDP, gross state domestic product children, 27.6. Whereas the third sector, tertiary sector contributed 52.8. After the years, that is 2019 and 20, it was found that primary sector, it decreased again from 19.6 to 18.6. Secondary sector also decreased, but there is an increase in tertiary sector. That means the contribution from the third sector is more. Okay, from comparing to first sector and second sector, both sectors are decreasing, but the contribution from tertiary sector at the current price to the GSDP is very high. Same in the case of constant price. In the constant price it is found children, the same year children, what we had written here, the same prices are coming children, 19.6, 27.6, 52.8. After 10 years it was found in the year 1920, it is found that the primary sector again decreased, secondary decreased, but there is an increase in the tertiary sector. What do you find children in overall from previous table and to this table? In this table we are coming to know that yes, from out of three sectors, Contribution to first sector is decreasing because of lot of problems. The first sector is depending children. Second sector is also children losing now its importance, and most of the people, they are moving towards the tertiary sector, and that because the people, more people are getting employed in tertiary sector. So the contribution from the third sector is very high. So I hope it is clear, children. The same here in both the prices, the contribution from tertiary sector is very high comparing to first and the second sector. So you have to remember all these figures, children. Okay. So now next topic, children, it is about gross district domestic product. That is GDDP we have to discuss. Discuss, children, about the gross district domestic product. What is the gross district domestic product? What we discussed, gross state domestic product, definition is also the same. Only one difference is there, that here we have to change the word. There we mentioned state, and here we have to mention district. And what is the definition? It is the same. The sum of the economic value of all the final goods and services that are produced within a geographical boundary of a district in a given period of time without any duplication. Simple one. All the final values of all the goods and services that are produced in a district. Okay, in a given period of time without any duplication, that we call as GDDS. Okay, and when we look after this one, children, we find that among all the districts, children, Hyderabad rank first in the GDDS, followed by Rangareddy, and then followed by Medchal, Malkajgiri, Sangareddy. All these, they contributed, children, 50% of GDDP. All these 5 children, they contributed nearly 50% of GDDP, children. Is it clear? So this is about the GDDP, the definition, and also about the district. Now, after learning this one, the common thing now we have to discuss about the per capita income. District per capita income. Children, in the district per capita income is what is the per capita income of that particular district. And how we find it out per capita income? You know very well. That is the total income divided by the total population. So the income of this particular district divided by the total population, that comes as a per capita income of the district. And when we find out the per capita income of the district, the first district, children, it is Rangareddy, followed by same Hyderabad, Medchal, Malkajgiri, children. So that what we find, children, the total per capita income of the district, children, Hyderabad state is having the highest per capita at the district level. Okay, because of the presence of large number of industries, multinational corporations, children. Because of that, there we find that the people, they are having the more per capita income. Okay, so after the per capita income, children, we are having the next topic for us is demographic feature of Telangana. Demographic feature. Remember, children, demographic features, what we have to discuss? We have to discuss in the demographic features, children, about the population of Telangana, about the sex ratio of Telangana, population density of Telangana, and in that population, the population of SC, STs and the other categories. Okay, so first topic for us related to this one, children, it is about what is a demographic feature. So we can say that demographic feature is nothing but where we can find the change in the quality and the quantity of population. Quality and the quantity of population is called as the demographic features. Okay, now, so here we can find the change in the population. How much was the population of Telangana in the year 1951? In the year 1951, the population of Telangana, it is about 1.1 crore. 1.1 crore is the population of Telangana. Followed by 1981, when it was found, children, in the year 1981, 2.6 crores. Okay, then in the year 2011, the population of Telangana, it is nearly about 3.52 crores. 3.52 crores. So this is, children, the population of Telangana. When we find about the population, children, we can find that Hyderabad ranks first in case of population. First rank for the population. How much is the population of Hyderabad? It is 39.43 lakhs. 39.43 lakhs. With this population, Hyderabad rank first in the state. Okay, followed by the least population we can find in Kumaram Bhim. The least population we can find in Kumaram Bhim. What is the population, children? 5.6 lakhs only. 5.6 lakhs only. So this is the population of Hyderabad. So overall we can find that from all this population we can find in Telangana 61% of the people they live in rural areas. 61% of the people they live in rural areas. Okay. After learning this one, now let us discuss the next topic, children, that is called as the population density. What do we mean by population density? Children, if you remember, this is not a new topic for you. This is not a new topic for you. Population density means number of persons living per square kilometers of the area. This topic you learn, children, in your schooling level also. Okay. So now we have to discuss about population density. And what is the definition, children? This is an important definition for the examination point of view. Number of persons living per square kilometers of an area is called as population density. So, the population density of Hyderabad, it is 18,172 persons are living, children, per square kilometers. Per square kilometers of an area. This is too much. 18,172 persons are living, children, in Hyderabad. So when the area is highly populated, children, we have both advantages of the highly populated areas, density areas, and we have disadvantages also. So what are the advantages of the Hyderabad? Suppose if we take what are the advantages? Why number of people are living, these many people are living, children, in Hyderabad? Because of all the sources. Like what are the other sources? Like for the sake of education, for the sake of good employment opportunities. We can find this is good, children. Then we can find service sector. For the sake of that service sector, more people are able to provide good service sector. We can find that good health. We can find, children, in this the densely populated area, good facilities are provided. Whereas coming to the disadvantages, the problem will come like food scarcity, shortage of food, followed by water scarcity. Okay, then we will have the problem of sanitation. Okay, then we will have the problem related to the health related, because there is no proper sanitation. So health related problems will be a lot. And in that one, the most important one, the problem like pollution will be there, children, in Hyderabad. So this is just an example. What is population density? Compulsory this question will be asked for 2 marks, children. Number of persons living per square kilometers of an area is called as population density. The population density of Hyderabad is 18,172, and these are the advantages and the disadvantages. So after this population density, we have to learn, children, now about the child population of Telangana. What is the child population of Telangana? So here, children, this is about the child population. So in this one we can find, children, the 0 to 6 years of age group. Children are called as child. And when we look after the census, children, 2001, the child population of Telangana, it is 14.2%. 2011, it is 10.5%. What do you find, children, in these figures? There is a decrease in the child population. What is the reason, children, for the decrease in child population? Commonly, increase in education, increasing literacy rate, children, increasing income. Creating an awareness among the people, as now you know that people are very much aware that the too much children are the burden for the family. So they limit their family children. Because of that, we find that, children, the child population is decreased in the country. Coming to the family size, SC and ST population, children. What do you mean by family? When the group of people live together in a common shelter, sharing a common kitchen, called as family. The average size of family in our Telangana is 4.2. That means now we can find the average size of the family. In every family, at least 4 members will be their children. 4.2. Coming to the SC children, the scheduled caste population in our Telangana, it is 15.45 percentage. The scheduled caste population in Telangana, 15.45 percentage. That is children 54,800 8,800 54 lakhs 8,800 children. This is the population. ST 9.8 percentage, 31 lakhs 77,940. Highest population of SC we find in Nalgonda, lowest in Komarambin. Highest population of ST we find in Bhadradri Kottagudem, and the lowest we can find in Gadchal. Okay, so this is children about the population of SC/STs, family size, because we are discussing demographic features, so everything we have to discuss. Now, to complete this topic, only one is left away, children. What is that left, children? Is the sex ratio. I hope you remember what is the sex ratio. Children, sex ratio is nothing but number of females per 1,000 males. That means how many females are there? How many females are there per 1,000? How many females are available per 1,000? So, our topic, children, sex ratio. It shows the clear-cut improvement, the quality of the life of the women children. So, the definition, very important definition for examination point of view, number of females per 1,000 males. That means how many females are available per 1,000 males. So coming to the Telangana children, this is a very good one, that Telangana is having a very good record, that is we are having 988 girls are available per 1,000 males. So this is a very good comparing to the country level, India level. So this is important for you. What is the reason, children? Because of the increasing literacy rate, because of the good education, because of the change in the atmosphere, because of change in the mentality levels of the people, that girls are not burdened. So because of all this one, we can find the sex ratio of Telangana is 988 by 1,000. So I hope today's topic is clear to you. Next one, children, we are going to discuss about the contribution of agriculture sector, secondary sector and the tertiary sector in Telangana economy. Okay, so that is in the next class I'll take up, children. So I hope today's class is clear to all of you. You know your work, children. You have to go through the textbook. Compulsory read the textbook. Okay, follow the material. Thank you, children. Thank you one and all. Thank you, children.